How's it going today, guys? GAME-O-HOLIC here with another episode of the Retro Modern Pickups. Now, as always, you know we always are getting boxes around here, and today's no different. So let's see what we added to the collection again today. First thing I want to get out of the way is an accessory that came back repaired. So this is an SNES QuickShot that the wire did have some damaging at one point. It is now cleaned up and fixed. And it was recently used in one of my videos this year. So that was great to pick this up. I think I initially had picked this up for around $5 a while back. So let's talk about the good things. You guys want to see the games. Here we go. So adding to the collection today, 2 Game Boy Advance games. First one being Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Now this particular version looks absolutely horrendous. It's very cartoony. I would much rather play this on the home console version, but that's the reason I picked it up for a review eventually down the road. So, and the other game I picked up for the Game Boy Advance, I'm on a current hunt now to collect all the Rugrats games. And this is Rugrats Castle Capers. Now this looks like a pretty decently interesting side-scroller when I was doing the research on this. And for around like $3, I'm not gonna complain. This was a really good pickup. So yeah, I have plenty of Rugrats games already, but now it's time for the hunt. Next up on the list for the PlayStation, Jet Moto. Now, for some reason, I had 2 and 3, and 1 just seemed to happen to elude my grasp. This is basically like your run-of-the-muck water racing game. I don't know any other way to pretty much describe it. I have 2 and 3, but this was a pretty good pickup for around $3. So, and it is complete in box. Next up on the list, Maximo, Army of Zin. Now, to my knowledge, and you probably are all going to sit there and laugh at me, and I expect you to, I did not realize that there was a second Maximo game. I've only ever seen the first one, so when I saw this, I was like, oh, Maximo Army, I've never heard of this. So that's why I picked this one up. I got this one for around $3, and apparently the game goes for close to $20 or $30 loose. So obviously no complaints there. Next up on the list, Need for Speed 2. It's loose for the PlayStation, but if you know me, you know the Need for Speed games. I'm currently in the process of trying to get my hands on all the Need for Speed games. So this one, for some reason, I had 1 and 3. This one eluded my grasp for a little bit, but I got it for around $2, so I can't complain. Next up on the list, this was a nice one. Clockwork Knight for the Sega Saturn. Now, this one was actually an accidental pickup. I didn't realize that I had bid on an auction, and it said, hey, you won. I'm like, okay, thanks, eBay. And I got this one for around $6. So, and I wasn't aware that if you had the Japanese version of the second game, which I do own complete, it's basically, you can unlock the first game, so necessarily didn't need this, but now I can say I own 1 and 2. But next up on the list, Spy Hunter 2. Now, I want to do a Spy Hunter video. I love these racing style games. I can't remember which one had The Rock in it. I want to say it was this one. I'm probably wrong. If not, you know, kind of correct me in the comments below. That's what I expect you to do. But this was not in my collection for some reason. I only had the original Spy Hunter for the OG Xbox. I didn't even have the NES one, so that was fun. For $2, I'm not going to complain. Also for $2, Kessen. Now, I've seen this one imported, and I've seen the cover for it about 1,000 times in GameStop. But this is like one of these old samurai medieval style type games. This is one of the first couple of games that actually came out on PS2. But I just never got my hands on it, and it's by Koei, so I'm not complaining for the price I got it for. Next up on the list, Conflict Vietnam. Now, I've never been one to get into these war games, but when I saw Conflict Vietnam, I said, all right. I said, this looks interesting enough to pick it up. It is one of those mature games, but I will be honest with you, I'm more of a Wolfenstein type of guy, so I've never actually played this, but for $2, I'm not going to complain, and it is complete in box. Now, the last two on the list are not great, but good enough to be at the end of the video. The first game being a sealed copy of Siphon Filter Dark Mirror. Now, I thought I was only missing 3, not realizing that I am missing quite a few games. So that is why I picked this one up. The seller ended up selling it to me for around $3, so don't go by that sticker right there. This is the 5th game in the series. So for around $3, not even opened, like, that's insane. And then the final game on the list, the price is the best one. It was free. It was a giveaway, and it's Ready to Rumble Boxing for the Dreamcast. Now, I have this on PlayStation, but I grew up with Ready to Rumble Boxing on the Dreamcast. That is the one I know the controls for the most. So, getting this for free in a giveaway on Whatnot was absolutely outstanding. So, and you know how basically the game is. It's a cartoony over the top boxing game. So again, if it's free, it's for me. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into another episode of Retro Modern Pickups. You know where to find me on all socials: Facebook, Instagram, Discord, TikTok, Twitter, Threads. I'm all over the damn place. But as always, don't forget to follow the Game-O-Holic Show. Don't forget to follow Seanclopedia and my buddy Cy Retro. And as always, guys, stay retro.